When I sit there and think that I have a physically abusive wife, it almost makes me feel less of a man, because no man that I know puts up with a woman putting their hands on them. They'll either put their hands back on them or they divorce them, and I've yet to do anything because there's just something about it to make me want to stay. It really is hard for me to put it into words. It's heartbreaking.
Well, Sara's family members say they're concerned for the well-being of her children, especially her 2-year-old daughter, and there's a 6.5-month-old baby as well. This hits particularly close to home for me because I have grandchildren that age, and I realize how vulnerable they are, how easy it is for them to be hurt by someone that would put their own agenda, their own emotions, their own feelings ahead of the welfare of their child. Now, Sara says she doesn't want to abuse her children, but she says she cannot control her temper. Take a look.
Our children are my world. I don't know what I would do without them.
Sara and I fight in front of the kids.
The kids have been exposed to everything, yelling, screaming, fighting. I believe my anger has affected our kids.
Those poor kids, they hear everything.
Sara yells at them almost every day over stupid stuff, not picking up toys.
I lose my temper when I end up yelling at her.
I'm sick and tired of this. I'm gonna beat the hell out of her. I'm gonna knock the teeth out of your mouth. Just things you don't say to a 2-year-old.
She'll say, Sky, I'm gonna take my belt off.
I have witnessed Sara striking my granddaughter with a belt.
I do pop her on her butt or her bare leg enough to get their attention.
She'll just give her that whip, and that crack noise is what petrifies my daughter. If I step up for my children and defend them, then my wife will divert her anger from the children to me.
I have to stand back and watch because I'm not the parent. The laws will not allow me to protect them from their mother, and that kills me.
I don't feel like I've abused my children.
What was that last thing you said there?
The question I wanted to ask was, how can you sit there and say that that's not how I was raised when you have a problem as well and you don't want to admit it, you don't want to get help. You have been verbally and mentally abused for as long as I can remember by your husband, and you won't get help. So yes, I'm learning from experience. Except this situation, it's a woman towards a man instead of a man towards a woman.
Stop, stop, stop. You have a problem with anger and your children are at risk. Children and having access to children is not a biological right. It is a privilege that you earn and you maintain by good choices and reasonable conduct.
And I want help.
Okay?
I want to know what I have to do.
That's not something that just because you share DNA, you have the right to those children. Let me assure you, you do not. That's not how it works. That's just not how it works. You say you admit that you hit your daughter with a belt that makes a whip noise that petrifies your daughter. You scream at her for no reason sometimes, right? It's just frustration. You scream at her for no reason. You scare the kids when y'all fight in front of them in the car. You deny that you leave them alone for hours to get away, but others say that you do. I don't want to hear it right now. You says, if you back talk to me, I'm going to knock your teeth out of your mouth and slap you across your jaw. Have you said that to your child?
I never said I'd knock her teeth out, but I did say I would slap her.
Do you have any understanding about how children reason and what level of understanding they have? Because let me tell you what it looks like to them. You are supposed to love me and protect me and nurture me, which you do sometimes. And then all of a sudden you attack me and inflict pain on me? What is a child supposed to say to themselves about that? You obviously have a very low frustration tolerance. Would you agree?
Yes.
And you attribute this to the upbringing that your mother wants to deny a majority of.
Yes.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.